Okay, what do you do with the herbs that you grow in your fresh garden produce? Yeah, usually the garden produce you can cook in the kitchen and eat it. But what about your herbs? Let's mix our garden produce. That's why mine says Gail's Gardens Herbs and More, because I try to incorporate the herbs into everything I can think of. I drink all kinds of teas because I make a lot of teas, but I also like to use my herbs in my cooking, and more than just pepper and salt. I've got here, if you look real close, I'm going to have a lot of garlic. It's going to be really garlicky. This is from my plant called Society Garlic, and has real pretty purple blooms on it too. And it's not real strong, and it doesn't leave garlic breath, if you're worried about that. Over here is some of my garlic chives from another plant that's growing in my little chicken pot out there. And then I also threw some of this. This is organic garlic cloves put in olive oil. And that way they're all peeled and ready to go. I just grab some out, and I usually chop them up. This is just for me. Don't have my granddaughter or anybody else here. So I put some of my garlic cloves. Now I'm gonna lightly saute up my onion and garlic and my little squash, and I'm still getting squash from my garden, and all the basil that I'm growing. I love to throw a little bit of it in everything because it is really good for you. And I should have got some of my French sorrel. I may get some of it and just chop it up and put it on top when I'm done. We'll see what it turns out to be. And once I get those all sauteed, I'll throw in my fresh eggs from my chickens. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, you guys don't always see me picking my herbs out of my herb wheel garden, because it's separate from my other garden, although I have herbs in my other garden too. There's my French sorrel. I'm going to pick some of it and chop it up and lay the fresh chopped on top of my eggs and veggies. Looks like my lemon balm can use another picking. I'll probably pick that and throw it in a jar of water to drink. Let me grab me a little sprig of oregano too to go in my eggs. Oregano's pretty good with eggs. So I've got thyme down there too. Maybe I'll do a little bit of it as well. So I will see you in a minute. Okay, now I've cut up my basil and I put my oregano and thyme, and I haven't cut up my French sorrel yet. I do have it. I'm going to put it in here as well. All my little green stuff I cut up with scissors in here. And when my tomatoes and squash and onions and garlic are cooked pretty good, then I'll turn the fire off, add the other, and add my eggs and mix it all. Well, I'll probably add my eggs, make sure it's pretty well done, and at the very last when I turn the fire off, I'll put in my green herbs so they don't get totally cooked and I get some of the enzymes from them to help digest my food. And I'll show you the plate, and it's going to be a big plate. I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat it all. But anyway, it's hard cooking for just one person. So here we go. I'll let you see in a second. Okay, it's not done yet. I added my eggs. I also added some turmeric. Therefore, with my salt, I also added pepper because of the peppering, and the pepper helps to absorb the turmeric. I'll mix that all together and we'll have my plate. Alright, there it is, and that's going to be a very nutritious breakfast. Hope you all try something similar. Just use your imagination, throw a little whatever you have, experiment and see what you like. The French sorrel, they say has a little bit of a lemony, I don't know what you describe it, but I don't ever taste it when I cook it and stuff. It's just extra health benefits. So anyway, there you go. Y'all have a great day. God is so good, isn't he?